Hey, welcome back to Stimmy Films. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Like this video, comment down below. Let me know where y'all from. If you a fan of Takeoff, you a fan of Migos. All right, coming right out of Houston. Just spoke with everybody. Basically, they snatching up mob ties left and right due to the fact that they trying to figure out exactly who all was at that party, what they seen. At the end of the day, they looking at it like at what it is. Cam and Pat and them hung out with Mob Ties. They part of the crew. They got invited to the party. Nobody got invited to that thing without being a part of the whole situation due to the fact that this is an invite only private event for that group. This is for Jazz's birthday through through this party by Mob Ties, J Prince Jr., right? And so what you guys got to understand is that they're like, okay, there's this group there, right? And the two people that happen to be getting, booked for this in the wrap up, they part of that group. So they're trying to figure out exactly if this was an argument between the Migos group and their group, if this was a thing over the security, if was it over the checking in, was it really over the dice game situation? So what you got to understand is that this whole thing, people are saying they feel like the two dudes that they got was the fall guys, and that is more people that they might be getting, or that is more people that they looking for, or that somebody has said something and knows something about how it could be more people involved, like the getaway drivers, any mysterious extra things that it didn't get caught on CCTV. But most of the stuff got caught on CCTV. They seen the four dudes busting back, and so that's really what made it to where they figured out who that was. They had to zoom in and ask everybody the same questions that went to that party. So they looked at all 40 of the people. They tried to figure out who's the ones that know Cam and Pat. So the fact that they knew that they all know each other. I know that Houston is a big, big city, but you got to understand that when they grew up together in Fifth Ward, they go to these parties and all that. They hang out in the same clique, part of Mob Ties and all that. Everybody kind of knows everybody, and so that's what their strategy was, is that trying to figure out, okay, so if everybody knows everybody and they clicked up the way they say they are, so let's ask all 40 people what their relation is with Pat and Cam. And so, but now everybody's saying Pat and Cam could be fall guys. There's more people. So what you guys got to realize is that they still doing this thing where they still looking for a lot of people out there. They probably got like two, three people that they know that is involved in some type of way. You never know if they talking with the dude that argued with the white hat. So there's a dude that argued. There's another dude with the black hat, and so you guys gotta understand whoever threw that swing too. And so, and it was even, people who had the getaway drive for that. So it's like they got to figure out, okay, if these other people are involved with it and they ran off too, then they basically got accomplices from having getaway drivers take them somewhere as well. If they all involved and got caught up, if they did anything wrong in that situation, they're going to basically figure it out, because a lot of people, they trying to get the justice for Takeoff, because none of this, man, it was like he tried to avoid all the situations, but at the end of the day, you know what? You can't run away from this stuff if it's right there in front of you. So basically, it's like, man, they should have just they should have watched closely, because it's like they had him trapped, they had him cornered. They had to come and check in and play this whole game of like, oh, we're going to protect you and this and that. But everybody is saying they should have had their own security. Why didn't they have their own security? Well, technically, if Migo Bands pulled out his blick and had it ready and everything like that, he was playing emergency security in case anything happened like that, right? And so they went ahead and trusted somebody else's security. Somebody else had to basically make the decisions for them and decide where they went and how they had to do everything and who all was there and coming. So they could have actually invited way more people in case that they tried to fight back or try to do something back or whatever. If the plan didn't work out, they had to chase him down. Whatever it was, they was gonna get him regardless. And so they already had beef with them. They already knew this. So it's like, why would you invite the two dudes who got beef with the Amigos and have them run their pockets in the dice game, and then also they're the ones in charge of the checking in? So that's not a good look, man. It sounds like they had it already prepared to where it was gonna be some type of altercation one way or another because none of them get along like that. They're cool with a couple of the people from the group, but it's like just because they were big and superstars, maybe it's because they were getting some back end bread off of the whole, things that they're doing. They might have had a whole deal with them too. You never know. Like, Drake got the same thing going on where they get back end bread off of him too. But at the end of the day, they weren't cool with every single person that was rocking with the Mob Ties entourage that showed up all 50 deep. So when it's people 50 deep, there's gonna be a couple of them that you not gonna get along with, or y'all might not agree with, or you already probably got a history. And the thing is, they already got a history. They was talking back and forth online to each other and throwing shade and disrespect, this and that, saying they're gonna pull up on them and whatever, that they can't come to North Atlanta and other people can't come to Houston and to go that way. So what you gotta understand is that they should have already known that some when they got problems with the Migos and there's a couple of people in their group who got problems with them, don't invite those people, but they still did. So they should have been able to have everybody in check and have their own crew check in before they start checking in other people is what they basically is being said about how they should have had their own crew in line, like don't have people who go and argue with the Migos or have beef with them show up to a party where they're gonna be in the same room. Like, let me know how many of y'all ever had a situation where two people that didn't get along ended up getting invited to the same party, and what happened? It always ends up having some type of issue, altercation. Somebody shoves or pushes them or tries to spill their drink or knock something out of their hand. It's always something that's gonna go down, and then they end up taking it outside to go throw hands or do ones, right? And then it could even get more escalated from that point if one of them is really with it and decides to up it up to the next level, right? So you got to understand that anything like that could happen at all times when you mix the wrong crowds, like two groups or whatever. Like, even you got to understand that these are two groups. They're functioning. The Migos is functioning basically as their own mob ties. They walking around like they got their own groups. That's like same thing as like Young Thug and them and Lil Baby and them, right? So when they all get their own groups like that, they walk around with their people. They all everything is at a higher level. The emotions get ramped up quicker. The responses get even more. Somebody's quick to take it to the next level because it's so much, it's so much involvement, so many people, so much bread. You got to think of it in the big picture of it. It's a lot going on. So all of them are on edge, really, because they don't want to be the one that gets caught lacking. So y'all gotta subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below. Stay tuned for an update. Binge watch the rest of the videos. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.